Hi, I'm Christina and today I'm going to do my November TBR. So I am a little bit unwell, I am full of a cold, so apologies if I sound different or if there's any quick edits because I need to edit out some sneezing. So we're just going to power through and talk about the books that I'm planning to read this month. So I've decided to bring back my themes for my TBR, and for the month of November I'm going to have the theme of nature on the cover. So I have got my first book, which I am really excited to read. This is the one I am most excited to read, is Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ng. So this is her brand new novel. It was published in October 2022 and it's her third novel. And I have loved both of her other books, Everything I Never Told You and Little Fires Everywhere. They were both 5-star reads for me and they're both some of my favourite books of all time. So very much looking forward to reading this one. So this one is also a contemporary novel, but it has a little bit of a dystopian twist in it. So this book is about a 12-year-old boy named Bird who lives with his father. His father used to be a linguistics professor at a university, but now he stacks the shelves at the university library. His mother is absent from the scene because of political reasons, and I just thought, this sounds so good. And I love Celeste Ng's writing so much. She writes so beautifully. And yeah, I'm just highly anticipating this one. And then for the theme of nature on the cover, we obviously have this beautiful feather and we have all of these birds. So that is that one. So the next one I have is super popular. I've heard so many people rave about this book, and it is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. So this one won the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2020. And I know it's kind of a booktube darling. So many people love this book. So it's a historical fiction novel, and it's set in the era of Shakespearean England, and Hamnet is the son of William Shakespeare who died in real life, and I believe it's set on that kind of, you know, the real life, but this is kind of a fictionalized version of it, and that's basically all I know about it. But I know that people love it so much. It's going to be my first book by Maggie O'Farrell, and she is such a beloved author, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what all the hype is about with this one. Yes, and in terms of the theme of nature on the cover, we obviously have this little squirrel and we have this owl and we have all of the kind of foliage there as well. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. It is very hyped, so hopefully I enjoy it as much as everybody else. So the next book I have is Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. So this one has this fire on the front in terms of nature on the cover. And the reason why I wanted to read this book was because Amber over at Books of Amber really enjoyed this and she recommended it. And I thought it sounded right up my street. So a fire happens at this kind of medical facility and we see the aftermath of that. We're trying to work out, is it arson, is it an accidental fire? And we follow the survivors of the fire, the victims and the ones that have lost loved ones in the fire. And I thought it sounded right up my street. So I'll of course link Amber down below so you can go and follow her too. And you can go and see her thoughts on this book. But when she was talking about it, I was like, yes, I absolutely want to read that. It sounds wonderful. So that is that one. Now, the next one I have is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and this is another booktube darling. So many people have hyped up this book and talked about how much they enjoyed it. And I know V.E. Schwab is a very popular author too, very popular on booktube, and it's going to be my first book by this author. And I was just really intrigued by the story. I love the idea of someone selling their soul to the devil. It's obviously a trope that's been around in history for a long time, been around in literature for a long time, but I just really interested to see how it's portrayed in this story. And it is a type, like a theme that I am really interested in. So yes. And this one obviously has all of these beautiful little blue flowers on the front for my theme of nature on the cover. I don't know how many times I've said that phrase, I do apologise. So then I have two more books. I have the book of The Unnamed Midwife by Meg Elison, and for the theme it's got obviously all of these mountains and all of the snow and the trees, and it just has a really kind of wintry vibe. Now, the reason I wanted to read this one was because Emily over at Books with Emily Fox recommended it. I think it's one of her favourite books of 2022, and it is a post-apocalyptic book, and I love that genre. It used to be one of my favourite genres out there. So this one is about a woman who is a midwife, and I believe in this story that children and people who are pregnant aren't living. I think they're the people who are being targeted in the apocalypse as such. So yeah, really looking forward to reading this one. Like I say, I do love the post-apocalyptic genre, so I'm hoping this one's going to be really good. And I'll of course link Emily down below, although I'm sure you're already following her because she's great and she's been on BookTube for years and years. So that is that one. So the final book I have is The Majesties by Tiffany Tsao, and this one has all of these butterflies on the front cover for my nature theme. And this one sounds really intriguing. So we have two sisters, one of which is lying in a coma in a hospital ward, and that's because her sister has poisoned their entire family. So I think that sounds really intriguing. I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of mystery. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So these are the 6 books that I'm planning to read in the month of November. Looking at them now, they're mainly all blue. There's literally blue on every single one. So I could have had my theme of blue books. But anyway, I'm sticking with nature on the cover as my theme. If you have read any of these books, I would love to know what you thought of them down in the comments below, or if there's any here that you'd like to read too, definitely let me know that. So as I am planning to do theme TBRs for a little while, we'll see how long it lasts, I would love it if you have a great theme for a TBR, if you could leave that in the comments down below, and then I can pick some of those and base my TBRs around your suggestions. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video if you've liked it, and please do subscribe if you'd like to see more of me talking about books, and if you would like to hear my thoughts on any of these. Alright then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye! And also, I'm so pleased that I only had to cut it twice because I sneezed, so that is a great win. See you in the next one.